Hey, it's Peter Gregg. It's Friday night. I am on Friday Night Live, and I'm going to make my smoothie, and I'm going to take it over to the Christmas room. So I figured you'd like to see and watch or just be there while I make my smoothie. Okay, so I use some water, just plain old water, agua. Okay, and I do use, let's see if I can put this kind of in the center. Okay, so I use the Vitamix. So I take the Vitamix and I put the water, put the lime in the coconut and stir the bowl up. So I put that in here. I turn it on super low because if I put it on high, I learned the hard way, boom, it goes all over the place. So we're going to use that again in a second. I need to add a little bit of guar gum. So guar gum is just like a powder. So if you look at it from here, a little overexposed. Okay, so let me show it to you here on the little Sony. So this is the ZB1. So it's a powder. And I got one of these, I don't even know what size this is. Okay, but that's what it looks like. And I'm going to put it into the Vitamix. So this is basically what makes it come out kind of like a McDonald's type of a shake. It's thick, not super thick, okay, but it's nice and thick. Then I want to add a little bit of sugar. I'm down to 154 this morning, just FYI. All right, so this is the sugar that I use. Okay, it's a fake sugar. Okay, it's Truvia. How close can I get with this little Sony? All right, so it says Truvia stevia leaf is what they call it. Okay, so I like it a little bit sweet, each his own taste. I want to feel like I'm having McDonald's, so I'm going to add one, and then a second one, and then I add a little bit extra. I don't know, because I like a little bit extra. Okay, so that's what I put in there. Now I start putting, well, first, let's get medicinal. So I use oregano, which is an oil of oregano. All right, so let me show that to you. All right, so this is, if I could find the camera, this is wild oregano. So this comes from the Mediterranean. Let's straighten this up. Okay, can I get any closer? This is the ZB1. I guess not. All right, so let's bring it there. So that's reflecting a little bit. So I put just basically 3 drops of this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, I put that in every day. So that's my 19 fighter, and it also comes against anything virus, and it comes against anything bacterial. So that's that old from the Bible. Okay, it's called oil of oregano. So you take oregano, put a letter L at the end of it, and the letter L actually makes it oregano. And you find, how about if I put it in the description? Okay. All right, no, I have 2 different protein powders. So this is called Keto Science, and I put a scoop of that in there. Okay, so let's close this. I'll show it to you in a second. I probably should put this in the description below too. Okay. Okay, so this is the Keto Science milkshake. Okay, it's a meal shake. It's a meal replacement. 250 calories. 21 grams of fat, 8 grams of protein, but that is for 2 scoops. I only added 1 scoop. Aha! Who is tricking? Okay, but I also use this guy too, all right? So I add a scoop of this one, and I put that in there. That wasn't quite a scoop. Put a little bit, make it more like a scoop. All right, and I'll show you this one and close this up. So now I've added my proteins. Okay, so let's bring this up here. All right, so this is bone broth powder. Okay, and this is the vanilla because I can add the chocolate to it manually. So I don't have to keep different ones in stock. So let's put that over to the side. Now I happen to like a little bit of salt. Okay, so this is an electric salt grinder. So So I put a little bit of salt in there. Salt accentuates the sweet flavor, believe it or not. Okay, so now I need to add my fats. So I actually place a quarter cup of heavy cream, just regular heavy cream. The better the brand that you could find, the better that it is. So that's going to add some fat to there, because when you're on low carb, you're basically chewing the fat. You're eating the fat, all right? So let me just tell you this also. This is the GH4 overhead camera. Whoops, over here, all right? So from overhead, if I was cooking something, you'd be able to watch me stir it. Over here, you could see my Stream Deck, all right? And that's how I actually change the cameras. So let's put this in, very simple. I keep it running the whole time because I don't like clumps. The clumpiness that things happen, I don't like that. And the last thing that I add is something fermented. So that's where I use F-A-G-E. In Greek, it's called phagi, which means eat or food. Okay? I add a nice tablespoon and then maybe a quarter tablespoon. So that is my, I have to get all of this. Oops. Okay, so we'll close that up. And I let that run for a minute or less. Okay, I don't take it to high speed. I'm not trying to whip it up and air it up, make it full of bubbles, because that'll make me have a lot of gas. Okay, so let's put this back where it belongs. Now, I do want to say, I wanted to show you this camera. Okay, this is my hand. This is the GH4, which is above me. Okay, and it's actually screwed to the ceiling. Now, the reason that that's important is because on a couple of other brands of mics that I've used, because the GH4, which is screwed to the ceiling right above me, I can't focus it, okay, unless I use the app. So when I use the app, I could see where it is. So if I put my hand, let's say, up here, where, okay. So the Panasonics don't focus well until you actually get a SR5. So I can actually tap on the LCD on this phone, okay, and it brings it into focus and locks it. So it's focus and lock. Until I tap it again, it won't do any more. Now that communication between here and the camera up on the ceiling causes pops, snaps, cracks, and stuff in my audio. So listen to the audio. Do I have that going on? If I don't have that going on, then the Saramonic, which is underneath my shirt, okay, is actually connecting very cleanly with the computer, which is way in the corner of the room. So you guys that have been here, like Shane, Louis Vega has been here, Sly has been here, who else has been here? Jonathan has been here, Manny has been here, okay? And of course my buddy from Texas, Baby Back Maniac, has been here. So the TV in the corner is serving as a monitor, and I have my Mac Mini connected to that. All right, so let's finish this up because I'm getting hungry, buddy. Okay, so let's finish this up. All done. All right, so I will take this off and I will get my Stadium cup and I will just wait. This is where it gets pretty. This is where it gets real pretty. Okay, so now we are going to do the pour. Okay, there we go. That's my smoothie getting poured right into the cup all the way. And I've kind of learned the measurements, so it actually brings it up to the top. And that's about it. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this stuff running. Where am I? Here I am. I'm going to leave this stuff running and I'm going to go back into the Christmas room, and you'll get to watch me in there. See you in a second. Walking, 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 and drinking. I just noticed I can't drink and walk at the same time. So I hope the mic was clear, because I counted on it being good because of the ceremonic mic. So I got my smoothie. I'm having my dinner, kind of. Should have grabbed the napkin. I'm getting a milkshake mustache. So you watched me make my smoothie. How is the mic? If the mic did not pop, crackle, snap, and all that other kind of crap, okay, then basically the ceremonic did a lot better. Remember that mic I had here? And it was so-so and all that. It was the Myono, okay. Well, I think the ceremonic is doing a lot better. So tonight's going to be interesting. I can dress you up, Peter, but I can't take you anywhere. So, hi, it's Friday night. What's the date? Let's put this over here. Let's make sure the mic is all the way plugged in. So, I see Alex, I see Craig, I see Jeff, I see Lewis, I see Simon, Charles, I see Sly, I see Craig. Craig is the first one in here tonight. So I'll get to you, okay? Let me just get this out of my pocket. Should have done that before, but then the phone would have been in the kitchen, which would have been a bad idea. So it is January 13th, and you kind of watched me in the kitchen, and now we're in here. So I want to play with some stuff tonight, and I'll tell you the whole story behind it. The mic sound okay? I've got it under my shirt, like I said a couple of minutes ago. And let me clean my glasses. Let me have my smoothie. All right, so this is, it's going to put a little stress on me tonight because I want to do a few different things for you. So first, I want to start saying hi to everybody that's in here. Okay, so the first guy in here tonight, I'm surprised, I'm shocked, is Craig. How you doing, Craig? What's up, dude? Anything going on? I'm so happy to see you. Sly, Happy New Year, Peter, and all my favorite Friday night fellas. The year is off to a great start. I agree with you, Sly. That's excellent. That's great, Sly. And Craig is saying hi, Lewis. And Lazuka is saying hi, Peter, friends, and happy new 2023. So I found that that slow thing where Norm said he had a problem, I can adjust. So I have it set to 15 seconds. And I don't know if that makes a difference. I think the default was 60 seconds. So Sly says we have an echo, echo, echo. Did you have an echo? I don't think I have two mics running. Let's see, on the Sony, no, it's off. And on the transmitter is off. So I don't know if I switched something around. So you know on Ecamm you could save what they call profiles. So I'm in a profile I called Zoom, okay? So let me keep it rolling because I really want to get into what we're doing. Peter, I like it thick. You got it, buddy. I like a McDonald's milkshake. So that's what the Guar, G-A-U-R, gum. I got that at, where'd I get it? I got it at Amazon. Maybe I'll put the link to that in the description too. I'll have to put all these links after the show. Okay, so Lewis, is the 15-second more comfortable for you, the delay? Charles says, hi, Peter and friends. Hi, Charles. Hi, Simon. See, I can't see these when I'm in the kitchen. I can only pipe it in through here. So I can't see 2 rooms away. But now I can see what you guys are writing. I keep getting the milkshake or the smoothie on my glasses. All right, so where did I leave off? Oh, Lewis likes it thick. That's why I put that spoon of guar gum into my smoothie. It thickens it up. Now, too much and it tastes fake. So it's not like a guy thing. A little bit is good, a lot is better, okay? Not on the guar gum, right? You got to get just the right tension on that rubber band, okay? So it has tension and it doesn't break. So you got to get just the right amount of guar gum into your shake so it's thick, but it doesn't taste fake. So Simon says, oh my God, it's Peter in the kitchen. I'm not being rude. I didn't eat dinner, so this shake is my dinner. So I figured I'd have it together with you. So Lewis says, I'm thinking 100 to 150 carbs. You're scared of it, Lewis. All right, number 1, Lewis. I reached out to you 3 times this week, and you haven't answered me. So now the ball is in your court. If you want to be able to text me or write to me, you are going to have to send me the proper information. Otherwise, we are cut off from each other because you said you got a new phone. Okay? So that is, the ball is in your court because I felt really bad because I can't communicate with you. So I want to. So now it's you or nothing. Simon says, I love the change. We haven't finished. We're just getting started. Okay? So, yeah, I see some settings left over, but we'll get into it in a second. We're going to play with green screen tonight. So Lewis is talking to Charles, Simon, Gregg, and Peter. Lewis is eating a salad today. Lewis, I'm down to 154 pounds, some 20 something, 203, 205. Okay, so I am losing weight well. The worst thing you can do is have a salad. Okay, so Lewis is going like, oh my God, I just don't get it. Okay, your body right now is burning something for fuel. Otherwise, I'm going to stay standing. Otherwise, you're going to get tired. So when you get tired, and that's all of us, okay? And if we're burning sugar or carbohydrates, when our body gets weak, we want more sugar. It's just natural. We've been doing it since we were born, okay? It's not new. I'm not trying to teach you something new here. It's called the standard American diet. We burn sugar for fuel. So when you go on to a low-carb diet, your body can burn 2 different fuels. Okay, it can burn sugar or it can burn fat. So what you're trying to do is get it to burn fat. Okay, a salad is not fat. Put that in your head, Lewis, and people that are trying to follow along. Okay. Okay, so I'm yelling at Lewis, but everybody's going to get the benefit of it. Okay, so if you're trying to lose the weight, I'm trying to teach you or show you what I did and what I'm doing. I didn't start out by trying to lose weight. I started out by trying not to have to get onto medications, morphine, and other stuff because my sugar was spiking. Of course it was spiking. I was making Christmas chocolate chip cookies. What do you think I nibbled on all day? I stuck things in my mouth, and they were all chocolate chips, okay? So my sugar was going up, and the doctor said, well, I'll just write a prescription out, and I'll give you this prescription so that you can bring your sugar level down. Well, that is treating the symptom. It's not treating the root cause. So Lewis, if you just want to do that, just keep eating the way you are, son, okay? Because you're on the standard American diet. And not only that, they've trained us. You want to eat healthy? Have oatmeal for breakfast. Have a nice salad for dinner, okay? And eat chicken. Wrong, wrong, and halfway wrong, okay? You need, I don't want to sound like I'm lecturing to you because I'm not a doctor, okay? But you need to switch your body to burn fats. And the way you do that is by providing fat to your body. Okay, so is a salad fat? No. Okay, that's a vegan or a vegetarian. That's a completely different style of eating. I don't do that. All right? So I've done this before. I'll do it again. In the middle is the standard American diet. You see it, you eat it. You want more, you eat more. You go on a diet, you do portion control. You do calorie counting. That's the standard American diet. Okay? So over to this side, there we go. Over to this side, you've got low carb. The names of those are keto, and then, don't break the hand, a little stronger is called carnivore. So what you're doing is restricting the sugars of any type. No oatmeal. Oatmeal's all sugar. No baked potato. Baked potato's all sugar. No salad. There's a lot of sugar in salad. Okay? So what you do is you have keto, which is where you're restricting your carbs. Then you have carnivore. Red meat only. How hard is that? If it's not red and bleeding, don't eat it. You could cook it so it's not bleeding, okay? I'm not talking about raw meat. Now, if you go from that center and you go over here, you've got vegetarianism. This is low fat, lots of plant foods, vegetables, all kinds of stuff like that. That's this kind of a diet. So this diet and this diet don't mix. And we do, we mix because we think we're eating healthy. I'll have a salad. Well, bing, you're over to vegetarian. Okay, then I only want, only if it grows naturally, nothing that comes from alive animals. So now you're over to vegan. Okay, these guys don't mix. These guys are getting your body to burn one kind of a fuel. These guys are trying to get your body to burn another kind of a fuel. Okay, so if you want to actually feel better for your health, H-E-A-L-T-H, you actually have to go to this side. You go to low sugar, and then if you want to cut that, even the mixture that you've got going on in there, because they make keto candy. I got a bag for Christmas. Thank you to whoever sent it to me. And yeah, I bite it here and there. But it's a no-no. That candy doesn't grow on a tree. Okay? Or is not running around wild. Okay? So I want my body to burn off fat. Okay? So if I pull this in, this used to be out here. Let me show you. The buttons used to pull. Okay? These buttons used to pull. There was that much more fat in this body. Okay? So this morning I was 154 pounds. Now, if you go vegetarian, can you lose weight? Yes, you can. Okay? Because you're cropping down on the sugars. But just like the animals try to stay alive, and they have a fighting instinct, so you go up near a lion, you're going to get eaten up. Okay? And that's because that's its defense system. A tiger has got the same kind of a defense system. It attacks. What about the vegetables? Well, they have a defense system too. They have stuff that's built into them to make you sick, make you bloated, make you unbalanced. They put lectins in your body and a whole bunch of other ins that I don't even know the names of it. So people go on vegetarian, they feel better for a little bit, then they start not feeling too well. And the reason is they're burning the wrong kind of fuel, and the vegetables are poisoning them. The vegetables don't want to be eaten. Do you notice that a lion doesn't eat vegetables, and tigers and bears, they eat fish? They eat things that don't make them sick. Well, we are a mammal. Vegetables are not a mammal. Okay? So that is the point of what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to get you to make decisions here. I'm not that dumb. I'm not that smart, all right? I'm just trying to get across some of the education. So when you go to a carnivore, go to somebody on YouTube that's very heavy into carnivore. I can't think of somebody right now. I don't like him, Lewis, so I'm not going to be saying him. Dr. Berg, I don't give him the time of day. He crossed my sword wrong. So therefore, I don't fight, but I just go the other way, okay? So Dr. Ken Berry, carnivore. And then you've got a couple of ladies, gorgeous, drop-dead gorgeous girls, okay? And they're carnivores, all right? And you can watch their video. I don't care. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. Read the comments. The comments are more enlightening than the actual content of the video. I'm 65 years old, and I've been carnivore for the last 20 years, is in the comments. I was having a heart condition, and I went carnivore, which is kind of crazy, right? Because bacon is fat. You're supposed to eat fat. But I've been taught that bacon is supposed to give you a heart attack, okay? But I eat a lot of bacon now. So your cholesterol will go up, yes. And if you're thinking, oh, that's bad, you are not up on the modern science, okay? Cholesterol doesn't harm you. Your brain is made out of cholesterol. Your body makes cholesterol. You can't survive without cholesterol. But there's a good cholesterol and there's a bad cholesterol, okay? We eat all the bad cholesterols, all right? So how do you know that your heart's doing okay? Well, it's simple. There's a new formula that the up-to-date doctors are involved in, and the up-to-date Peter, because I didn't know any of this crap, okay? You take your number for your triglycerides and you divide it by your number for your HDL cholesterol, not the LDL, the HDL. So you divide it so you get a ratio. And that ratio is what's telling you, you're about to have a heart attack, dude. Just like when the doctor looks at cholesterol, he just looks at the overall number. Well, there's 3 parts. Well, there's more, okay, to the cholesterol. So the 3 parts is what makes you healthier or sicker. So I have to go for a physical. So when I go for a physical, I'm going to get a blood work. And when I get all the results back, I'm going to share it with you. So I have my blood work from a year ago. And when I go and they take out all that blood, okay, then they'll give me the copy of my blood work and I'll show you what I've learned. So I'm going to take the number for my triglycerides, all right, which is kind of like the plaque and the sugars that are floating around in my bloodstream, and divide it by my HDL, which is the good cholesterol, and it's going to give me a ratio number. And I forgot what they are, okay? But I'll look it up. I'll be prepared. And that ratio number is your indicator. That's number 1. Your A1C, which is not only your sugar levels, but your sugar glucose tolerance, or whatever they call it, resistance, glucose resistance. So what's glucose resistance? Glucose resistance is the old story that we teach the kids. The boy who cried wolf, okay? He's going to cry, help, help, help. And then everybody's going to come running, and there's nothing wrong. He just wanted to see if everybody would come running. So he did it again. He's like, help, help, help. Okay. And, they came running again the second time. Nothing wrong. Okay. So a wolf did appear, and the boy needed help. So when he started going, help, 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 nobody came. And he was eaten up. Fresh fat. Okay, that's not a nice joke. All right, so your body does the same game. Okay, You eat sugar and the body's going, ah, Peter's eating a donut. Peter's having ice cream. Peter's having pizza. Oh my God, Peter's having a double stack over at Wendy's or a quarter pounder with cheese. I better put, the liver is talking. I better put some insulin into my system. So it puts the insulin, okay, and you eat another second donut or something. And the liver says, more insulin, more insulin. Well, the body gets tired of that and it starts to ignore it. And then when you really need the insulin, it's like your body's crying wolf. And it just doesn't happen. So it's called insulin resistance. Could have shortened that by 5 minutes. All right. So, but I'm trying to get some information across. So if you lower your carbohydrates, anybody that's listening, if you lower your carbohydrates, okay, your body needs fuel and it's going to find it with this nice big fat belly. Some of us have a lot of fuel, big tanks, okay? So you deprive it of the sugars, it automatically starts to eat and burn the fat. It's just the way we are made, okay? And so therefore what happens is you start to lose weight, all right? So if you keep mixing the sugars and the carbs and the low carbs, you got a mess, basically. So when we default to what we think is healthy, like having a salad and having oatmeal and having nice white rice, it's absorbent, right? You got a tummy ache. How many have heard, like my mother used to do that to me all the time? Let me make you some rice. It'll absorb all the poisons that are in your stomach. Well, where is my phone? Okay, a low-carb diet is 20 carbs a day. Hey, Siri, how many carbs are in rice?
Here's what I found from healthline.com. White rice is high in carbs, providing 22 grams in a 4-ounce, 79-gram serving.
So a serving has got 79 grams of carbs. But it's healthy, my mommy told me. Hey, Siri, how many carbs in a baked potato?
Here's an answer from healthline.com. Based on this estimate, one baked, medium-sized russet potato containing 33 grams of digestible carbs may increase your blood sugar by as much as 99 mgdl.
So you don't put sour cream and you don't put butter on it and you eat the baked potato in a way where you don't like it. And guess what? You think you're eating healthy when it's total BS. Okay? So we think we know how to eat healthy because we've been trained. Remember, the center is the standard American diet. If you make an acronym out of it, it's SAD. We eat the SAD diet. Okay? So I've been doing 9-10 months now, if not longer, okay, of low carbs, high fat. And we're going to find out the results when I go to the doctor. All right, so let's get back to this show. Okay, so Lewis, did you learn something, buddy? I hope so. Jeff, how? Oh, not how. He didn't start with how. Afternoon, hope all is well. I think he's in Brisbane, right? So, is there enough for all of us? Yeah, step up to the bar. Well, you said you didn't want yours, Craig? And Charles said he didn't want his? I'll drink it for you, okay? Lewis said he didn't want his? What a slob. So that's Craig. I'm having yours for you. Alex says hi. The mic is good. Yeah, I was a little bit worried, but I did prior tests, okay, of how far the mic would reach. Actually, we did a test together, okay, last week. So tonight I'm using the Saramonic mic. Last week I used the Saramonic mic, and the week before I used the Saramonic mic. And it was Shane from Geeky Nerdy Techie that turned me on to the Saramonic mic. Okay, so Lewis says, I'm ready to be healthy, Peter. Well, Lewis, do you like meat? I mean, let's start with the basic. Lewis, you know, well, don't go rapid firing, Lewis, because I turned that off. But that makes me wonder if the bad people are going to be able to come up and put the porn stuff. So like I said, honest to God, it's not aimed at you, but you're kind of like my barometer. All right, so Lewis, do you like red meat? Because if you don't like red meat, don't start a diet on red meat. That's kind of crazy, okay? Like, I don't like broccoli and vegetables, so it was easy for me not to go with the, whatchamacallit, that type of a diet. Also, no more slow mode. Okay. Maybe I should turn it on. Let me take a quick look and see if our porn people have arrived. I know it keeps us entertained, right? Let me slide down. Nope. I don't see live girls #69. Okay, they're the ones that like to bomb in here. Timeless Truth is lurking. Why do you guys lurk? And he gave it a thumbs up, so do like he did. At least give it a thumbs up, but I would really much rather have you say hi to me. Seriously, I love you guys. I pray for you guys every single day. Simon, want at the McDonald's banana milkshake now? No, I think I like the, what's the other one? I like the Chick-fil-A peach. They are very good. So I haven't had the banana one at McDonald's, and I'm not gonna, okay? But I'm learning now I could flavor this, but I can't put banana in here. I wonder if they make a banana like they have vanilla extract. I wonder if they make a banana extract. This would taste great because I made it vanilla. Can you see it's all white in there? If I don't spill it? Okay. Friday the 13th is his favorite blessed day. I agree with you. I was born on the 13th on the third floor at, I think, 2:13 in the afternoon. And the room number had some kind of a 13 in it. So when people give me that crap that 13 is like not lucky or something, I go, BS on you. Global Tutor Academy. I love that name. He's saying a hello. You know why? Because I said don't lurk. Come in and say hi to Peter. Like done, thumbs up. I'm healthier, but I won't know how healthy I am until I get my blood work back, Lewis. Sly says, Peter, when you watch the replay, watch the bubble lights when the E10W is on. Either the camera doesn't like them or you have a ghost. No, it's a user error. And you're going to find out in a second why it's a user error, okay? But that's my fault. Okay, so, and just to prove it, all right, so what she's talking about is that bubble lamp. Okay, so see the black that's happening in there? All right, that's black that's happening because of me. It's my fault. So I can get rid of it at a click of a button. Okay, and now it's gone. And if I click that button again, you start to see the black flickering in there? All right, because that's the topic for tonight. We're going to play with green screen. So I actually have the green screen button turned on, okay? So let's go through this real quick because I want to show you the green screen. All right, Merry Christmas, Peter. Good evening, Greggies. Lewis is got a good comment here. Where did it go? I disappeared it. I just reappeared it. Someone is selling me a ZV-E10 for discount, but the menu is from Japan, so it's not in English. It changes to English. The problem that you're having is you can't read it and you can't tell how to set it to English. So you might want to reach out to Simon, an ordinary filmmaker. He might be able to help you, okay? Or if you learn to make a connection with me, Lewis, big boy, all right, I could tell you where that button is, even if it's in Chinese. So that's what we've got going. So Timeless Truth is LDL, HDL, and triglycerides. Those three numbers make up your cholesterol number. Alex says that's not Siri. What is it? Mary answered, yeah, the iPhone is Siri. Hey, Siri. Yeah, see, it's good. Yeah, it is Siri. So it's not Alexa. If I said, hey, Alexa, give me a 3-minute timer, everybody that's got an Alexa in their house, it just started. So Sly is saying, and accurately, okay, trust your gut, Lewis, because I'm pretty sure even gray market cameras have English menus. The Olympus that I have in the kitchen, I bought that gray market, meaning it's not a USA camera. And it was all Chinese or Japanese. I couldn't tell heads or tails. So I actually had to look online for the menus in English, and in the same spot, that's where I clicked, and all of a sudden I had a choice of menus in another language. So just for it to be like that, it's not a problem. Okay, so, ooh, you're right, Sly. Here's Ray. I was talking about you last week, Ray. I love it when you're in here, and of course, I love you. Okay, so thank you for being here. Ray is, like many of you, also a content creator, and it means the red, which would be right here, boom, Raymond Stone. You could go there, that's his channel. Handsome man, so if you want to see somebody that's doing all kinds of interesting stuff, you go to his channel. So Timeless Truth says my last A1C in Canada was 5.5, which is perfect, down 40 pounds. I have to give you, oh, I have an applause button. Wait, I'll give it to you. There you go, okay? So that's excellent. Mine is 9. My A1C about a year ago was 9. It needs to be close to 5. So Timeless is at 5.5, which means this man is healthy, okay? Now, if you get a hold of your, the cholesterol crap, take the number for your triglycerides and divide it by the number for your HDL, and that will give you another number, and it will tell you how clogged your arteries are, okay? You can, I'm a very poor representative of teaching you that, but if you just put triglyceride HDL ratio, you'll hit on 1,000 people trying to teach that crap to you, okay? So, okay, so Lewis says, how do you make time to count all your carbs? That's easy. Have as little as possible. If you're allowed 20 and you're eating something that's got 15 in it, bang, you're over. Now, if you're eating something that's got 4 or 5, you could keep track of those. How many times a day do you eat? 40? Okay. So you just kind of like balance it out. And then little by little, I lower the carbohydrates, lower and lower, because I want it to be healthy. Okay, and go to Dr. Ken Berry, Berry, like Ken Berry from Mayberry RFD. Okay, but there is a Dr. Ken Berry. He's a full-fledged, normal, regular doctor, not any kind of a screwy anything. Now, I don't agree with him on some of his basis. Okay, he's saying we've been eating this for millions of years. Well, those of us that are Christians don't believe the earth has a timeline that's 1 million years old. And yes, I know about carbon dating, so I'm not ignorant. I mean, the word stupid is not planted on my head all that strong, all right? So there's a group of scientists that are saying carbon dating has got this part wrong and that part wrong. And the Bible itself, which is what I live out of, all right, has a history of the earth that's 6,000 heading to 7,000 years long. So when they say man has been eating that for millions of years, wrong answer for me. Now, for you, if you're an atheist or you're a science type of a guy and you're in with that group of scientists that go carbon dating and dinosaur ages and it took millions of years to do that, that's the group you hang out with. I don't. There's another group of scientists that are creationists. They have different explanations. I've examined both. The theory of evolution is a theory. It's a theory. That's why it's called the theory of evolution. Okay? I don't believe it. However, it's not going to change the world right now for me to believe it or not. So don't get your pantyhose all in a wad. You've got the right to believe and go the way you want to go. But I can settle for the Bible when it says something. I'm okay with that, okay? But when I find out more information, it kind of makes me happier and giddy. So there's a very large group of scientists. They're called creationist scientists. So they go through showing what the age of the earth is and stuff like that. However, there is a happy middle, all right? The Bible could have started recording what happened 6,000 years ago, but the planet could have been here for 1,000,000 years before that. How about them apples? Okay, so you can have both. But when you say I came from a monkey, maybe that explains what I see on the news every night is a bunch of monkeys that got out of the cage. But anyway, back to seriousness. All right, so Lewis wants to looks good in 19 weeks. Okay, Lewis, reach out to me. See if you can handle that job first. Reach out for me. We'll get on the phone, and I'll say things that I can't really say here. Okay, so timeless. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want to. Randy says I bought a ZB1. All right, so at the beginning of this show, when I was in the kitchen and I showed me the pouring and all that, that's a ZB1 I have sitting on the counter on a little baby tripod. So I have the Stream Deck, and I just pushed that, and it came up, and I poured this, which I'm almost done. Give me a second. So for me right now, it feels like I just had my McDonald's. Now this is just water. Or Chick-fil-A milkshake. All right, come on. It's 10:51. I haven't talked about green screen. Timeless Truth say thank you. Oh, wait, let's go back to Raymond. The tremendous value I see in the original is that I take it places that don't allow detachable lenses camera, and that's true. Okay, so let me zip up ahead. I'm going to get out of the keto stuff, okay, guys? So we're down to the last couple. I just asked Chat GPT about the origin of Friday the 13th. One thought is that there were 13 people at the Last Supper. God, Craig, I never even heard that one. By the way, I keep you in my prayers and your boys, okay? Just so you know, I didn't forget. I think it's a very important thing. Okay, so let's switch topics. I'll be able to put like a thing here. I want to talk to you, okay, about, okay, so I'm going to sit down. I want to talk to you about green screen. Okay, so one of the effects of green screen is when you have green screen on, like I do now, but we're not operating with a green screen, okay? You'll get funky things like that bubble lamp. When it gets a greenish color in there that's similar to the green screen, it tries to block that out. That's what green screening is about, okay? So the reason I got interested in green screening is pertaining to my lawsuit. And my brother, who's suing us, his lawyer has gotten very vicious. So he's attacking me very, very heavily. He's saying I've got all these mental issues which makes me dangerous, okay? And now they're expounding on that. So I'm here sitting in my house, not bothering anybody, but I've got a lawyer attacking me that I'm dangerous. So I said that to set you up for the next thing, or set myself up. that means, have you ever seen the what's it called? The ship Kane or something with Humphrey Bogart? And they showed that he was crazy because he got infatuated with the strawberries. If you haven't seen that, I sound like a lunatic. Okay. So I've seen that movie, I can't say 100 times, but quite often. And I'm thinking the lawyer is going to try to prove that I have the ability to snap. That's my personality. Okay. Or crack. And then he started to lay out, stupidly, his plan, okay? So it started me to thinking that he's going to try to do that when the court is going to come, which is in a month, all right? So to shorten this up, it started to make me have nightmares. So I was having nightmares about it. So I figured if I'm set up now for the way I want to be in court. Actually, that's not true. I want to use this camera here, okay? And I want to be over here, okay? So I want to pull the chair out over here so I'm more in the center. So I'm not going to move the chair now because I want to show you some stuff. So I'm thinking that he's going to do things that is going to try to make it look, no, he's going to try to shake me up, all right? And one of the things he can do is object to what he could classify as a religious background. So what am I going to do at that point? The court's going to try to force me to move my cameras and go and reset things up and just take me out of my area of comfort because I'll be there in Zoom. So I had nightmares about it 3 nights, and I decided, all right, I need to be prepared for this. So how do I get prepared? Green screen, okay? So let's switch over to this camera. So I've spent like 3 or 4 days, and so this is the wide camera, and I put up back here, okay, I'm coming back to the back of the room. You should be able to hear me fine, all right? So I put back here I got a 2x2 piece of lumber. You know what a 2x4 is? Well, a 2x2 is square, okay? And do you see this right here? I haven't figured out how to hide this yet. But on this side, it's mounted to the wall. So I have the 2x2 mounted to the wall, okay? And I have the other end of the 2x2 piece of lumber. You could get a PVC, the hot PVC, the one that's thicker so it doesn't bend. You can do that also, okay? And I did. It took me a half a day to find it, okay? So you see how when I pull the green screen out, let's turn the green screen off. So all that is a piece of cloth, okay? So let's turn the green screen off for a minute, okay? All right, so I have a piece of cloth or drape hanging here, which I will put a sash and bring it up kind of like behind the piano, okay? So I have it hanging over this 2x2 piece of wood. So now I'm going to draw it like a drape, okay? So I could put it away like a drape, and I can draw it like a drape. So I'm going to bring it all the way out, okay? I'm going to try to make it so it has the least amount of problems as possible. And voila, we now have a green screen. Yay! I also ordered, I found for $19 on Amazon, the same thing in blue, okay? So now let's fix this up here. Let's take this, let's pull this chair forward. Okay, so that's easy. So I'll just pull this out so it's out as far as possible, okay? Now, I could take some time, but since I'm live on the air, I'm not going to. So I say I'm not going to, and then I do it anyway. But I didn't want to fall on my face while you guys are watching. Okay, so I'm just going to pull this taut, whatever you want to call it. Okay. All right, so that's the green screen, okay? So now how do you operate a green screen? The way you operate a green screen is you actually light it up, which I have this here. Well, you can't see that, all right? So I'm going to take the Canon R6. So I need a picture, okay? and I'm going to put the picture into the Ecamm. So let me turn this. You might have to lean forward a little bit, okay? I'm going to turn this to the demo mode so you could see the whole everything, okay? So now you're able to see everything that I see on my TV monitor, all right? Which means you could see the camera settings. So if I turn them off, then you see the chat. So this is what I read here. Down here is the meter. See my mouse? This is the meter for the sound. So that lets me know that the mic didn't die, okay? And then I've got the controls for the cameras. I got the sound effects. So if I click on applause, thank you. Okay. And then I've got, I don't use that area very much, so I'm not going to even explain it. All right. So if I turn this back on, you see up here near the top, you see my mouse? It's got where it says green screen. Okay. So what it does, what I'm going to do, what it does, wait, what does Norm say? Up, 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 up. All right, Peter, if you're doing a Zoom meeting with any of the modern computers, you could switch to a background picture without the need for a green screen. I'm so embedded in this green screen now, Norm. What you say might very well be right, but I'm kind of like excited. Okay, so let's make sure I have a card in here. All right, so no, I don't. I need to get a card. So I'm getting an SD card. All right, so let's go back to the full view so you guys don't get kind of like bored watching this, okay? So I put a card in my, this is the Canon R6, all right? Now, I'm going to leave this room, but the mic is on, and according to you guys, it does very well if I just go over one room, okay? So I need to go grab a couple of pictures, or I can go on the internet and grab a couple of pictures. Peter's audio is Blackmagic. Blackmagic is the ATM Mini, okay? The ATM Mini allows me to add four more cameras, but it also allows me to run my sound through it all the time. So when I switch cameras, it doesn't go from that mic on this camera to the mic on that camera to the mic on that camera. So I'm using it as a camera changer, and I'm using it also as where the audio is coming. Because there's a mixer here when I get on the widescreen. There's a mixer here, okay? And I've got that connected into the ATM Mini. So I've got the mic that's on my chest, and I got this mic, and they're all being controlled through the ATM Mini. The ATM Mini is made by Blackmagic. That's why you saw that. All right, follow with me. I'm going to turn the camera on. Okay, I'm going to set it to FV mode. I'm going to leave this room, but I'm going to narrate so you can relax, put your feet up on the chair. Okay, so now I want to take a picture, a couple of pictures in here, because this is the room where I used to broadcast from. So let's close the piano cover. Okay, now the piano looks nice. So now I want to take a picture of the piano. Okay, we take a picture of the piano. All right, then I want to turn around, and I used to use the opposite wall as a set years and years ago. Okay, so I want to take a picture of some pictures I have on that table and the background, but the sliding door is open. Okay, so I'm creating pictures to use for my green screen. If you're wondering what in the world, okay, so I just close that sliding door. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to this side of the room. I got the 35mm lens on here, 1.8. Okay, so I take a picture there. And you know what I've always liked? I like the French doors. I don't know if they're French doors, but we've always called them French doors. So I want to take a picture of the French doors, but let me close them first. I hope you guys are hearing me. Okay, so the French doors are closed. Okay, so now I'm going to step, I think, off to an angle. And I'm going to take a picture, 2 pictures of the French doors. Okay? Now I've taken 3 different possibilities. I could take one of the Christmas tree, but I'm not gonna. Okay? We're in a Christmas room here. All right, so let's turn this camera off. Let's get the SD card out of the camera. Okay. Yes, Marga, the camera mic is not a camera mic. It's the Saramonic mic, which is a microphone like a Rode mic or the Sony mic, and it's a lav mic. Okay, sorry to stop the show. So I have the mic here attached to my T-shirt, and I do have the wind muffin, the windscreen on, and that has stopped you from hearing the rustling of my clothes. Okay, and then I button up most of the way, and that mic is connected to the ATM Mini made by Blackmagic. That's why you saw that. Okay. So you could also, I'm going to go to the computer. All right. And I'm going to put the card in, and I'm going to bring up the, whatchamacallit. Oh, dang. I left my mouse over here. I'm going to bring in the couple of pictures that I just brought, okay? And I'm going to bring them into the computer, and I'm going to pull them into Photos. I'm on a Mac, okay? So I'm pulling them into Photos. All right, so, you know, instead of just talking, I think I could show you what I'm actually doing by going to the desktop. There we go. Okay, so, aha, see, I'm not as dumb as I look. All right, so this is the picture of the French doors, okay? So, I'm going to get that out of the way. All right, I'm going to click Edit, okay? So here's the French doors that I just took the pictures of, all right? So now what I want to do is I want to edit this picture. All right, so it's like straight out of the camera. I hope you're seeing this. Let me double check. Okay, so yes, and you got the mic. All right, so we're golden. Okay, so let's go back to Photos for me. Okay, so I want to edit this. Okay, so if I was here, this is what it would look like. So I come up here and I click Edit, and now I get very simple controls here, but they're very powerful. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to increase the saturation. So this slider, okay, so if I move it here, see how the saturation gets more black and white? And this is the middle here. And then as I go over to the right, it gets more saturated. Okay, so I want to bring that up so it's quite a bit of saturation, and then even more. Okay, so I've got it like that, but I've done this before, so I know I want it to look a little bit warmer, okay, a little more golden. So I'm going to pull that up there, but the picture is too bright, so I want to use down here, okay, I want to pull in, so I have more contrast. Then I want to bring up the brightness just a little bit on the sides, and I want to bring the brightness down just a little bit. Okay, now why did I do all this? Because I'm going to be sitting in front of this. I don't want the picture is not a picture of the background. The picture is a picture that's going to complement me as the background. All right, so keep it rolling. All right, so I'm going to go to Done, then I'm going to save it and all that stuff, and I'm going to come back here and turn the camera back on. Okay, so now you're seeing one of the pictures. So I took one of that table. So let me take my mouse and come back over here, and now I put it into my Ecamm. Okay, so Ecamm is allowing, or not allowing, it's doing the green screening for me. So I drop this here. Now this is the green screen that I showed you a minute ago, right? Okay, so I go over here and I want to go to pictures. Okay, I want to go to green screen photos and I want to go to processed. All right, so I have the French doors, okay, and I also just did real quick also that table that I told you about. All right, so let's go over to the French doors because Randy kind of liked the French doors. Okay, what was the last one? Oh, that's the table again. So the French doors, was this the one where I darkened it? Yeah, because that looks darker. All right, so I'm going to put that in. So now what we have is that picture of the French doors with me on the green screen. So on Ecamm, how do I adjust the green screen? There's a button that says transparent. So I click that, okay? So you get a slider that allows you to go to the left. So that brings in the green screen, and little by, so now what you're looking at, okay, so you see the piano is over here, okay? So the piano comes down to the green screen where this cloth that I have here, all right? And it goes over to where this chair is, all right? Now, I could fine-tune that, all right? So, and I will, all right? This is kind of like off the cuff. I'm kind of showing it to you just hot off the press. All right, so now, if I take that slider and I turn it to where it's transparent, okay, it means that as I key out the green screen by sliding the slider, you notice what's happening? It's bringing in more black, more black, more black. The more I slide it, the more it keys out all the green. And now you get to the point where you're mostly all keyed out. It looks keyed out to me. And I turn off the one button and it brings in the picture. So now I have the picture and I'm standing like in another room. But you know I'm in the Christmas room. You watched, okay? So you watched me be in the Christmas room. But I just went in the other room and took a picture of my French doors, all right? So I could change and go to another one of the pictures by clicking here, and I can go over to that table, okay? So let's find the table picture and bring that in there, all right? So now I'm standing in front of a table. I could sit in my chair, okay? And if I actually do come and sit in my chair, and I turn on the Nikon camera, all right? So now I turned on the Nikon camera. Now I am a little bit over too far, so I'm going to come over here so I'm more middle, all right? And now I've got the other picture as a background, all right? So let's go back to the green screen. So I'm going to turn the green screen off. So this is me with no clothes, okay? This is with no background, all right? So now when I turn on the green screen, okay, so let's find the button, right? And if I turn it to transparent, I could check this out, all right? So let's say we're doing this for the first time on this picture. I'm going to bring it down, and now Ecamm, this is a feature of Ecamm. The Ecamm is the program that's actually taking out the green out of the green screen, okay? It also allows for blue. So I could have a blue screen instead of a green screen. I got that coming in the next day or so from Amazon. It was $19. I'm going to take this green cloth down, okay? So let's turn the green screen off, okay? So that's the green cloth, all right? So I'm going to pull that down and then put the blue one up, and I'm going to compare. You want me to go live when I do that so you could watch, or is it kind of boring? Am I boring you guys? All right. So if I turn the green screen back on, all right, now I turn the Ecamm slider slowly, and I start to watch it turn black. So everything that's turning black is going to disappear from the picture, and Ecamm is going to actually replace it with any picture I choose. I could steal a picture off of the internet, or I could go in any room in my house and make my own picture, which I did that so that we don't go around stealing pictures. Okay, guys, let's just kind of like have a little bit of integrity going on here. All right, so I just went in the next room, I took some pictures. I could go in the kitchen and make some pictures. And I could go in the living room and take some pictures, wherever you think you've got a setting. So now I'm going to get it so it's only black behind me. I'm blacking it out. Now, if I don't black it out well, so let me go all the way up, okay? So you see, that's all the way, it's keying out stuff that should never be keyed out, okay? So when I say it's keying out, it's locking out, or it's making it disappear, and you're seeing the black right through my eyes, all right? So you're supposed to make a happy balance. So now I'm bringing it back so I can bring in some green, and the object is just to make the green disappear, like a kiss of gone. So there's some down here, there, you see it? All right. That means that the new pictures that we just took together is not going to come through right there. So I'm going to slide it up, almost disappeared, okay? So that is green screening. Now you have the same thing, same operation with blue screening, okay? Now, what's the reason for green screen versus blue screen? The answer is really very simple. A green screen itself, the fabric, okay, so let's turn this sucker off, okay? Okay, so the green screen itself, this fabric that I just used like a drape and closed, okay? On the green, okay, I'm shaking it for you, all right? It's shinier. Can you kind of see a little bit of shine? That makes it harder for any program to get rid of it, all right? And the blue is a lot less, it's more light absorbent, okay? Also, if I have a green shirt on, I don't want a green screen. That's obvious. So you would switch over to the blue screen. And if I'm wearing my blue shirt, I'm not going to use a blue screen. That's the obvious, okay? So I'm just telling you that that's the obvious point. But the more serious point is that the green cloth, no matter what they said this was matte. No reflection, no shine. Bull Shatua, okay? It does shine, all right? So I ordered the blue so I could test it. I want to see for myself. You know, as we grow up, as I go from babies to boys, from boys to men, we want hands-on with everything. Put a camera in front of me, that's what Peter's going to touch. That's how I got into photography. All right, so now I want to add a picture to this. All right, so I'm going to turn off the transparent button, okay? All the transparent button is doing is making it so it's showing me all the black. Button off, the black is gone. Now I've got the picture. So this is what I look like using the picture in front of the wall in the other room. And you saw how quickly I took. We have digital cameras, guys. We could take pictures of anything we want. So I did the picture. Now, you see how there's a black line around me? I don't like that, okay? So how do you get rid of that? The wrong way, okay, and the right way at the same time, is with the slider, okay? So I slide it more and more, but you notice my hair is getting smaller? So I have to slide it too much. So what that's telling me is that there is not enough light on the green screen. So if I look here, if I go here, the green screen is not lit up well enough. Remember, the computer is identifying the green and eliminating it. So if the green is really dark, then it's not eliminating it. So now with the green screen off, you see right around here, this is natural because there's no green screen computerization going on. So as soon as I turn that on, okay, a little of that light stays there. Now that's defeatable, but not on the live show, okay? Because what I need to do is grab some soft boxes, like I got one sitting here on the floor, and start to fiddle until I make it disappear. But I'll show you something else that's very interesting, if I switch over to the Sony camera, okay, and I turn the green screen on, okay, there's almost no black line there, okay? So you've got, the Sony does a better job of the green screen. So I'm going to test this also with the blue screen, and we'll see how we wind up. So let's see, can you change the size? No, and that is something I did run across. I'd like to change not only the size, all right, I'd like to change the position. I'd like my head to be over here where there's a darker paneling, and let that be there, okay? So the way I'd have to do it right now is to go and retake the picture and move the camera lens over to one side or the other, okay? And I also noticed something else. I need to punch up the color on the picture that's the background a lot more than I would normally in real life to make it come out where the colors are kind of natural. So this is my green screen outing, and this is what it looks like. So in order to go back to the regular Christmas room, I would come over here. I would go over to, let's pick the big camera. I mean the widest view camera. Let's turn off the green screen, okay? And then we're going to go back to the Christmas room. Where are we? Up there. So I would walk over here, okay? Now I haven't done this live before, so I'm going to get both sides, and I'm going to pull like a drape. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but this is the way I'm doing it, okay? So I'm pulling this all the way over to the wall, all the way over the wall, all the way over to the wall, okay? Then I can step up on this little stool that happens to be in a very nice spot. Very, very smart, Peter. And I'm just going to push it all the way back, pull this back, and voila, okay? So now we're back to a live Christmas room. When I do go to court, I am going to start in the Christmas room. This is my natural habitat. This is where I'm comfortable. This is where I like to be, okay? And then if I sit here because I get tired during the show, all right, I would go over to this camera. All right, now anything, because I have the green screen button turned on at the moment, you see back here, anything that's got a green color, Ecamm or the computer is trying to get it turned black, and it's going to replace it with a picture. So the way I defeat that is I just turn the green screen off. Voila, okay? So I have all of this set up in Ecamm as a profile. This is important. So if you're going to go to Ecamm, and I know some of you are either using Ecamm or some of you are about to get it. And remember, I do have a link below, and that helps me when you use my link when you go to get Ecamm. Okay, so let's go over here to the live demo mode. Okay, so now you see everything. All right, so when I come over here, let's bring this to the center. All right, I have a green screen on and off. So see the bubble light behind me? Green right now. So I turn the green screen on. Well, I don't have a green screen running, but it finds all the little green things and punches them out like a punch. So it's like a see-through, okay? All right, so now what I need to do is all this work that I did, when I go back to the normal Christmas room, I don't want to set it up all over again. So I go in Ecamm and I go up here where it says profile, okay? And I'm going to take the profile that's here, I'm going to duplicate it and rename it. So see the very bottom one with the little check mark here is grayed out because you can't change profiles while you're hot, while you're live, okay? So I'm actually in a Zoom profile. So when I want to leave this profile, I would come up here and I would go back to the main profile, which I have no settings for Zoom, honestly, all right? So it would be as if I never played with the green screens. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and turn the full picture off, and there you got it, all right? So that's our show for tonight. This is the green screen. This is the first time I've actually showed everybody, so I'm kind of learning it myself. So this is where I see my weaknesses. And you guys that are watching this show where it's actually pre-recorded and you can leave comments, you can leave comments in the video below. You can't leave a live comment because I won't be live when you watch it again, okay? But you can leave comments. Tell me where I'm weak in this explanation. Tell me where I'm strong, because I'd like to make my strengths better and I'd like to work out where the weaknesses are, okay? So Norm brought something up, and I'm not picking on you, Norm. You know I love you to no end, okay? So when I make videos on this, you're going to get people that Norm is not doing this, okay? So I want to make that super, super clear right now. Norm is not trying to hurt me. But there's people out there that will purposely try to cross swords with me and try to look and act smart. But if you do this and if you do that, and they try to take you off topic, that's one of the dangers that you have to grow to learn in YouTube. If you want to stay on topic, then you need to focus on staying on topic, okay? That's what got me upset and why I had the nightmares with the court crap. Because I think the attorney's going to try to throw me off. You can have your own opinion. You can even have your own advice, okay? Put them in the comments below the video, because if it's something that shouldn't be said, or let's say the adversary is watching this, I can delete that comment, okay? So thank you for being here. You know, I'm using Uplift. I'm using the beta version, okay? If you go to Facebook and you look for Ecamm Live, all right, you can link to the beta version there. And they give you all the newest stuff there. And if you don't like doing that, then you just go to whatever the newest one is. And it's got most of this stuff. Okay, so they had a problem. What problem did they have? I don't remember. But they'll fix it in the beta way before they fix it in the release. Okay? But the thing that was actually having the problem never makes it into the release, the public release, okay? So the only thing I want to add is I actually get a nice commission. It doesn't affect your pricing. Their pricing is a little archaic. So if I wanted to pay ahead of time, I couldn't, okay? So, but you can click on my Ecamm link that's in the description under the video. And that will give me, I think they give me $11, which is a pretty nice little punch, where B&H might give me $1.50, $1.30. Amazon is even weaker. They give me even $1, okay? So that's where the income comes from, okay? So if you guys have YouTube channels, you're looking for income, because after you get the excitement like a teenage boy, oh boy, I'm having my first real episode with a girl, okay? That's what you're concentrating on. And then when you grow up, it all changes, okay? So when you first start with YouTube, it's, oh boy, I'm live. And then you've got the problem of having to make videos. It's a chore, okay? So you get over that excitement, that thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. What show is that? I say that so much I forgot what that was. Oh, something World of Sports, okay? So eventually you have to work. And one of the best rewards is a few dollars. So if you think you're going to become a millionaire on YouTube, it's like getting a lottery ticket, okay? There's 1 in a million that's going to hit big money on YouTube. So if you want to learn how to make big money on YouTube, you follow people who will teach it, or Tom Buck that's actually doing it, okay? And it is by getting people to go to your affiliate links, getting them to click on the links, or a straight donation, which can't happen here because I'm not monetized on this channel. And I don't do live streams on the big channel because the people over there, they don't like it, and I start losing subscribers. So that flow of income is not very good. So what you can do is you can send me an Amazon card if somebody feels the need, because that's where I can buy my food, and I could buy the things that I need for the house, and I could buy the new camera stuff. Okay, so now you know how to bless me. And no, I don't have a link for Amazon. How stupid. All right, if you don't know how to give a gift certificate on Amazon, don't worry about it. I'm not here to collect money from you guys. I'm here and I pray for you every single day, every single day, every single day. Do you understand English? Okay, and the reason is because I care about you. All right, what are we? We got 16 people in here. We're not changing the earth, but we do have a nice family ship going on. People that we care about, okay? So you send an Amazon. Now, I have sent Amazon gift certificates, but I can't tell you how to do it. Go to Amazon.com, click on gift certificates, send somebody a gift certificate. I think you need their email. Simple as that. So I'll put my email for Amazon in the description below. I think that's all you need. And then you can send me a $5 certificate, $10, anything that you want. Okay, so this is not a sales job. Okay, I want to make that clear because some people don't like it when they hear things like, give me money, give me money. Okay, but I do get people like Lewis. He wants me to have a way. How do I send you money? The Amazon card? Yes. Go to Amazon.com. Look up gift cards in the search. Send one for any amount that you want to send. And you're going to send it to the email that I'm going to add. It's not the one for the show. That's not connected to Amazon at all, okay? So I will give it. I don't want to put it here because the email that's in the description below, I get a lot of nasty emails, okay? People want to direct me. They want to own me. They want to control me. They want to cuss me out. Okay, so I wrote a very nice synopsis for this 17-year-old guy. He's the whole package. Everything from A to Z. The girls love him. The guys love him. He's a wrestler. He's a singer. Okay, he's just doing a lot of things wrong. So I did kind of like a free consultation in writing and told him how to straighten things out because he could go really far. And I have been getting slammed by one person, calling me everything from a pervert all the way down to things I can't even describe here. So it is only one person. So you can't pay attention to that crap. You got to be yourself. That's the first rule of YouTube. Follow the rules. Don't go not following the rules, okay? Be polite. Do things in the best interest of other people. Okay, so I'll watch Randy put up a video or Sly put up a video, and they're trying to show us stuff or teach us stuff. And, they don't have more than 100, 150 subscribers. And you know what? I learn. I do. All right? Now, what I don't do anymore, and this is where I get into rambling, if I don't like somebody and they cross me wrong, I don't watch them anymore. I don't get vicious. I don't write anything bad. Okay, I just don't watch them anymore. So that's how I operate in the YouTube world. And there's very, very few camera people that actually do watch, all right? Because they're all playing with words, trying to get you to come watch a video. And that gets old after a while. All right, guys, the show is 11:30. We seem to be doing an hour and a half shows. So we had our little smoothie together. Thank you for joining me for dinner tonight. I have to go wash out my cup now. And I got to show you my entry into the green screen. And what's the reason for it? What's the reason for it? So that I'm prepared if someone tries to throw me off track. Okay? That's the reason for it. But now, the benefit is if nothing bad ever happens, now I can make my own sets. And all I've got to do is slide that drape. How much simpler can it get? Oh my gosh, I learned something fantastic. And Ecamm does have built-in pictures that you can use, complimentary. But you saw, I went from here, I took this camera, we went in the next room, or I did, but I talked to you all the way through it. And I just took pictures of the doors. I took pictures, we didn't even use the picture of the piano. Okay. Took pictures of the piano. I took pictures of the table right outside this door. And I have 3 different sets. Wow, talk about expansion. The Christmas room is expanding, or I should say Peter Gregg is expanding beyond the Christmas room. Oh, another thing, I'm not going to go into that. We're just going to end the show here. Gregg is saying he's praying for me as well. I pray for you guys every single day. I gave you all the news that I could give you. I'm sure I missed something. It's part of live streaming. And we are done. So everybody is saying bye. Charles is saying bye. Did I say hello to you, Charles? I love you, buddy. Thank you for being here. Louis, I love you too. And Louis is saying goodbye to everybody. So Louis, the timeout is 15 seconds. Do you think I should move it up to 30 seconds? Would that tick you off? The purpose is not for you, it's for troublemakers, okay? So if the troublemakers gives me a little time to stop the trouble, that's the purpose of it. And I have it set so that only a person that's a subscriber is able to actually be a part of the show. And I have it set up so it's immediate. So it's not like you subscribe and you got to wait a week before you can comment. No, I want the people to comment right away. But if it brings me a subscriber, so you guys that want to do a live show, I suggest you do that. All right. Catch you later. I love you guys. Got to have my hand on the mouse if I'm going to end the show. All right. Bye-bye. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye.